Okay, here we go again. Good afternoon, good evening. This is Father Bruce Wilson from Coastal Bend Community Empowerment. And watch the video that we just made and posted on this email. This is kind of a follow-up, but just to reintroduce ourselves, as a community developer, the community that I've been working with for the past 3 years or so is the Homeless Helping Homeless community. And so I've made a lot of friends, and people are really dear to me that are experiencing homelessness. And my goal has become to end homelessness. There's no reason why we have to go on maintaining homelessness and just giving goods and services and goods and services and goods and services, and it's never ending, because we're not prepared to end homelessness. We do not have the systems to end homelessness. And the last few public comments are going to go into that in some detail. We're about to read another public comment that's this is number 7 actually in our series, just to bring you on board with what can be done to move forward with our homeless community. The short answer to that is we can end homelessness and not just keep maintaining it. But in more detail, what can be done? So thank you for joining us again, and I'll give Linda a chance to introduce herself again. You can see maybe a full introduction in the last video, which is on this email, but let's give her a chance to introduce herself again.
Hi guys, I'm Linda, and last name Hand.
Linda Hand.
Linda Hand, yeah, just like it sounds, Linda Helping Hand. But that's what I intend to do here. I feel like this is what I was meant to do. I want to help end homelessness. It's super close to my heart, and I think I've got a lot of experience because I've been on the streets. My son's been on the streets. He basically still is on the streets, but that's what fueled me even more. I saw the mistreatment of him. I saw how he was treated, how he was discriminated against, still being discriminated against. He's being put in jail because he got upset with a cop, and trust me, he's the most calm person you'd ever meet. For him to spit on a cop was a big deal for me and for him. And to be put in prison for that, come on. He was in and out of apartments. He couldn't hold an apartment. He was mentally ill. This has all fueled me to help end homelessness, not just because of my son, but it just gave me the passion to want to resolve homelessness. If he was in a safe environment, giving the things that he needed, like he did when he was with me, and let's face it, he's getting older. I can't do it the rest of my life. I'm getting older. He needs to be in a safe environment. So this just pushed me further into this group to help out more and to find a way to end homelessness. So I'll leave it at that and give it back to Bruce.
Okay, and so you say the group, so you're really part of 2 groups. There's a larger group,
right,
that includes our homeless neighbors, our homeless sector, but also representatives of the city, the county, nonprofits,
right,
other agencies and departments and organizations. And then our homeless sector, our homeless neighbors, our homeless friends, has their own community, which is one of your groups, and they are.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, in our Facebook group, the Homeless Helping Homeless, right?
Or Corpus Christi Ending Homeless.
Corpus Christi Ending Homeless. I'm sorry, but I'm especially involved in that in the HHH meetings.
Yes.
Homeless Helping Homeless. So I've been there. I'm not anymore, but yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Well, and our homeless, the people who meet, called Homeless Helping Homeless, are people with a past or a current experience of homelessness. Linda's experience of homelessness, thanks be to God, has come to an end, but your son is still on the street, and
he's incarcerated, but yeah, he's basically still homeless.
Okay,
yes. That's his home right now.
He's on the street, he's incarcerated, and then that's homelessness, right? You're homelessness if you're staying with family or friends, you're homeless if you're staying in your car, you're homeless unless you have a residence where you live where you sleep, right?
Right.
Anyway, thanks for giving some time
You're welcome.
to work
Thank
with us
you.
on this and for helping us
My
to
pleasure.
read a script that is the public comment number 7 that we'll be reading to the City Council. And we thought this might be relevant, and it's something that that Linda really connects with, her heart does. And this script, the name of the script is called What Can Be Done. So this is just scratching the surface. There's more to come, but here's where it starts. What can be done? So who's going to read first? You want me to read?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll read I'll read that first long paragraph. All right. What can be done? And this is in the first person voice of people in the homeless community. If you want to help us to resolve our trauma, first, help us find a safe environment. Our symptoms of trauma are that we continue to feel unsafe. That's what traumatized us in the first place, is that we were put into an unsafe situation. Our symptoms of trauma that continue to make us feel unsafe physically, emotionally, and relationally. And that is why our trust is so low. Even our trust in well-intentioned people who promise to help us, but who don't know how. All the requirements for getting off the street, an official photo ID, a social security card, a birth certificate, a voter's registration, food stamps, a county clinic card, prescription, medications, the living conditions needed to follow a medication regimen as prescribed, an address to give a potential employer, a job. All of these things are ridiculously difficult to secure for people while they're living on the streets.
That's right.
Yeah?
I totally
Amen.
agree on
Amen.
that. I went through all of that. When we were on the street, everything. You had to follow a regimen was almost impossible.
Imagine trying to do all those things, and then we can give you in more detail sometime what it really takes. I will tell you that when I go check on my homeless friends, what I hear, what I observe time after time is they're sitting across from Mother Teresa's, or they're sitting under a bridge, or they're sitting somewhere, or they're laying somewhere. And I say, hey, what's going on? So how's it going? What are you doing? What's coming up next? Do you have your plan?
Yeah,
what are you working on? What are your plans? And they say, well, I'm right now I'm stuck. I'm having to wait on the food stamp office to get back to me,
Right.
or I'm waiting for the Social Security office to get back to me, or I'm waiting for actually the county clinic card doesn't really take that long usually. But first of all, you have to have an ID like a driver's license or an ID, an official photo ID. Or a birth certificate. And so I'm waiting.
Or a bill, proof of residence.
Right.
I don't have that.
Right. That's why I'm asking for an ID so I can get that. Right.
Right.
So what are you doing today? Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for that.
If you have a record, some kind of record in your past, and maybe you can't get these things. What about that?
Yeah, it gets very complicated. It gets very complicated, and so you end up
Suppose
sitting.
you have substance abuse or alcohol, and you keep going back to alcohol and using. You've had 3 DWIs. You're trying to clean up your life. How do you? That's just an example. You've been in jail several times, so are we just gonna look down on this person and say he's hopeless?
Right.
Let's just throw him to the dogs, the wolves.
We've got, so besides just sitting there waiting on this, waiting on the next thing, I talk to people all the time who like recently one said, when it was raining, I managed to get over to Ben Garza Gym under the pavilion so I could stay dry and a little bit warm. And as soon as I got there, I saw, there's a bunch of other people who are here to do the same thing. And then the cops came and arrested all of us and confiscated all of our stuff. I lost my backpack.
They arrested you for private trespassing?
Well, it wasn't me. It was my friend.
Trespassing?
You get arrested for either public camping or trespassing or something. I mean,
Do you know how many people are in and out of jail for criminal trespassing?
Right.
Homeless people that I know.
Yeah, right.
In and out, in and out,
Right.
in and out. Who's
Right.
paying for that?
Right. Oh, the citizens do. This is our tax dollars.
Right.
Because we criminalize nonviolent crimes,
Exactly.
including when people are just trying to get in out of the rain.
Or they're trying to get a drink of water, or maybe at a restaurant, and they can't be there. God forbid you're on our property.
Or try to use the
It's gonna make us
restroom.
look bad.
Right. Get a drink of water, use the
Talk
restroom.
about
whatever.
discrimination.
It's tough. It's tough. So either they're waiting for something, or they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. They get arrested,
Or they're doing drugs.
and when they get their backpacks confiscated, and they don't get those back, they have lost everything that they waited
right.
for and waited for and waited for and waited
That's their
for.
whole life.
Now it's going to take another
Right there.
year.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's their whole life. And those baskets they carry around,
Right.
that's their whole life.
Right.
They've got their blankets, they've got their trash bags, the cans, all of it. You know, their notes, any documents they have, forget it. It's gone.
Right.
Then they start all over from scratch.
So it's ridiculously difficult to help people get all the things and do all the things that they have to do to get off the streets while they're still on the streets. So that's the irony, or that's the paradox.
You sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, you do. Only with half your brain can
Right.
sleep, right? Okay, the beginning of our recovery and healing is shelter.
Right.
Permanent, supportive housing.
Safe.
Because you're in a safe space. You're safe physically. You're safe
Well, you
emotionally.
want to be safe too, is what I'm saying.
And yes, because if you're not safe, you're not going to be able to heal, right? So permanent supportive housing with case management available, assertively available, where we are safe from being threatened, from being beat up, from being stabbed, from having our
Sexually
things
assaulted.
sexually assaulted, and having things stolen. Because I'll lose my backpack because sometimes I just leave it. Usually someone steals it, who is on the streets, or the police confiscate it. I need a safe place to keep my things and for my body to be safe and for my things to be safe. But housing is not the end game. Housing is just the beginning of putting our lives back together. It is the beginning of healing trauma, recovering from addiction, learning life skills, social skills, financial skills, job skills, tenant skills, many other things that we need to be successful off the streets. Trauma-informed case managers, that is, case managers who are trained to know what trauma is, what symptoms and signs of trauma are, and how to work with a person who has experienced trauma. And most of the people who have experiencing homelessness have experienced trauma. They need trauma-informed case managers to help them through that. It will be imperative for most of us to take the journey from our dysfunctional family, and I mean our street family, because it's our family. We get understanding and acceptance from the relationships that we make while we're on the street, and we get sort of addicted to that, like addicted to...
It's like a kind of a family, but maybe dysfunctional family on the
Yes.
street.
Yes, just
know?
like you can talk about being addicted to a relationship that was abusive,
Right.
right? It's like going back to an abusive relationship.
It is. And that's a trauma bond.
That's a trauma bond. And people are trauma bonded to their other friends on the street who have been traumatized. So moving from a dysfunctional family on the streets to a healthy community with new friends and new neighbors. Take it from there.
And that is scary.
It's
Because
scary.
that's-
The transition is scary.
Yeah. Because you're being put somewhere where we're not really sure about it all. You're not, oh, is this going to be okay? Am I going to be, do they expect too much of me? Am I going to have to go out in public, or is it different people think different things?
Right. What are these?
For me, it was like I had panic attacks. How am I going to handle my own apartment? What am I going to do? And are there any men around there? Because I was scared to death of men. I still kind of am, just except for okay. But seriously, yeah, no, I had a lot of agoraphobia from my relationship. It caused me to be, which is surprising right now. I'm speaking, but I pray about things. I pray that I can be able to speak to you guys. But there's a lot of trauma out there, and I think that we just need to also remember everybody is different. For some people, it's like we were talking, I think, earlier about some people, maybe they need to be around other people when they get to housing. Maybe other people are more private. They need that privacy. For them, it's the safe factor is not having a bunch of people around them, having that peace and quiet and calm. But everybody's different, and I
Right.
think this is why.
Well, pick it up right here.
What kind of housing works best?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Tiny home village, apartment with roommates, sober living home, could be. Individual efficiency apartment. Ask us.
Because we're all different.
Because we're all different, yep. Ask us, don't just ask a few of us about the rest of us. Remember, we are diverse, just like you. What works for one of us doesn't necessarily work for another one of us. I said that wrong, sorry. Each one of us needs to be known by name, engaged personally, and tracked individually on our progress. So important. That's exactly why the Ending Homeless movement is so successful across the country. If we have a voice, we have ownership. Ask us individually what will work for us. Help us individually to find a safe place, a housing solution that will work for each one of us, where we can be successfully putting our lives back together. And remember that learning to live up to our own different levels of successes will be a process. It takes time.
Yes.
If we fall, help us back up. Don't give up on us ever. That's important. Don't give up. Don't give up on somebody. I had somebody give up on me when I was young, and I don't want to get into it, but it made me always think that who can I really count on? What if that person's not there for me? I'm gonna fall. I'm never gonna do it on my own. That's where all the negative thinking comes in.
Yeah. I'll throw in one more thing here, and that is I hear a lot. Well, why doesn't the city just take some of those abandoned buildings and gut them?
I heard that today.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah. You get that a lot. Why don't they just take that abandoned building and gut it and fix it all up and put all the homeless in there?
And I just sigh. Oh, okay.
Like, that just violates everything that we just said. Right. If you don't have the data, you can't have a data-driven solution. What is the data? The data is the profiles of every person who's on the street, who doesn't have a house, who needs to be put into housing so they can be safe again, so that they can heal from their trauma, they can recover from their addictions, they can begin to learn the skills that they need and keep everything safe together. I forgot what I was saying. Without knowing every person that we're working with individually for their best housing solution, then if we just jump ahead and say, "Oh, here's the answer. Let's fix up this building," or let's build a tiny home community, or maybe. But if we don't have the data that says what the market is, what the people who need the housing, if we don't have their input, then we don't have the data to know what the best housing solutions are.
And you know what? Honestly, I don't think people should get comfortable in a shelter anyway. I don't.
Well,
it's kind of like saying, let me get comfortable with being homeless too, because I'm at a loss for words, but why would you want to get so comfortable in the shelter anyway? That's not a home.
Right.
It's just a transitional
You're
place.
still homeless.
You're still
You're
homeless.
Right.
Yeah.
And our goal is to actually end homelessness. The delivery of goods and services, like shelter, like giving people a bed at night, like giving them food, like giving them clothes. I mean, all those things.
Blankets, we did that the other night. We gave out blankets.
Yep.
And that's great for the time being.
We did that. Right.
But that's not the end all be all.
That's just maintaining homelessness.
Right.
Let's maintain the lives and the dignity of the homeless community as much as possible. But if all we're going to do is maintain homelessness, then all we're ever going to do is maintain homelessness. We're contributing to it.
Amen.
Right? We're not solving homelessness.
Exactly.
And we're here to say that ending homelessness is possible. It's actually happening all across the country. And it's becoming a movement. And there's no reason why Corpus Christi can't be part of that movement and just, as I like to say, frickin' end homelessness.
End homelessness.
Right?
Yes. Amen. End it.
Okay, that last paragraph, remember that learning to live up to our own different levels of success will be a process. Just because you get into a home doesn't mean like the next day you're going to be okay.
Right.
Right?
Gosh.
It may take weeks, months, years for some people to heal and
that's usually what happens.
That's
it
usually
does take months
that's
and
right.
years.
And by the way, it may take more than one more than one apartment. Like they may get evicted, they may be incarcerated and lose that apartment.
You don't always completely heal, you deal.
Oh yeah,
I like
you don't
to
always
say
heal. Sometimes you just steal.
Yep.
But it may take more than one apartment. It may take 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows? But the approach to ending homelessness is to just quit saying, oh, people just want to be homeless,
Right.
or we're going to give up on them because they've had so many chances already. God gives us all the chances we need to become the people that He made us to
That's
be.
right.
Right?
God didn't give up on you.
That's right.
I don't think we're going to give up on God. So.
All right, that's pretty good parting shots right there,
Yeah.
isn't it? Okay, then we're going to call it quits on this video, and thank you for listening. And I don't know what to ask of you except just to stay in touch with us, support us however you can. Come and respond to this email if you would be willing to do a little tea with CBCE.
Yeah.
Linda and I will both be there, but we need about 5 people to say that they want to do that, and then we'll make a.
Don't be shy.
Right.
I'm shy, but I'm speaking.
Yes,
and
you are.
don't give up on people. That's the last thing I have to say.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.